Hey everyone, welcome back to the Blue Butterflies Garden. My name's Chrissy, otherwise known as the Blue Butterfly, and today I want to talk to you about gender identity. Where I want to start with it all is explaining the difference between sex and gender, because they are actually two entirely separate things that may or may not align with each other. So sex is more biological. It's more what someone is born with, what chromosomes they have, what parts they have. Whereas gender is more psychological. It's more what someone feels inside themselves, what they identify as, what aligns with them. So one is more physical based and the other is more psyche based. Now these two can often align with each other, but in some cases they don't. They're completely misaligned. So let's dive into that all a bit more. Let's talk a bit about sex first. So obviously sex, you can be male, which is XY chromosome, or you can be female, which is 2X chromosomes. But you can also have more chromosomes or less chromosomes. And this is generally where people that are intersex come into play. This is where people who are born with both male and female parts come in. Now they can be born with either both male and female genitals, or they can be born with the genitals of one sex and internally have the reproductive system of a different sex. Now I'm not going to go into the science behind this all as it's going to take up too much time and it's going to be confusing. I'm just going to try and keep this all as simple as possible. But the main point here is that you can have more chromosomes or you can have less chromosomes. And the black and white XX versus XY chromosome thing we were taught in biology back in school is only a percentage of the spectrum that someone can be born with. Now let's go into talking about the different gender identities themselves. So someone that is cisgendered is someone that is born a particular sex and they identify their gender as that same sex. This is what I am. I was born female and I identify as female. Then you have people that are transgender. These are people who misalign with their sex to their gender. So they may have been born male, but they identify their gender as female. Then you have people that are non-binary. These are people who identify neither as male nor female or as both. So just like with biology, how it's a spectrum with the chromosomes, gender identity is also a spectrum. So you have male identifying on one end and female identifying on another end. People that are non-binary kind of sit in the middle. They're neither male nor female. They kind of sit in the middle as both. Or one day they may feel more male, and then another day they may feel more female. And they kind of jump between the two. Most non-binary people really just want to be identified as just a human being. They don't really want to be assigned male or female. They just want to be assigned human. So now we're going to explain a little bit about how someone can actually be misaligned. A lot of it comes down to social constructs. For example, pink is for girls, blue is for boys. Girls wear makeup, boys don't. Girls play with dolls, boys play with cars and trucks. These are all social constructs that society and culture have created. Someone that is transgender is more likely to align with the social constructs of the opposite sex to what they were born with. But it also goes much deeper than that. People that are transgender can quite often develop body and gender dysphoria. This is where they actually become quite distressed over the fact that what is on the outside does not align or match with what's on the inside. It's not uncommon to hear transgender people Say something along the lines of they feel like they were born into the wrong body. They do not feel like the body they were born into is the one they were meant to be born into. That something went wrong. There's also some science studies done where they have proven that there is a male brain and a female brain. People that are transgender are more likely to have a brain that is more aligned with the opposite sex to what they were born with. So, for example, born male, but their brain is wired like a female. So yeah, that's just a little bit of a summary of the different gender identities and how they are all different to each other. I hope that it's explained it a bit more. By all means, if you have any questions, ask, and I will answer everything to the best of my abilities. And yeah, at the end of the day, just keep an open mind and be respectful to people. Everyone's human. Everyone deserves respect. It's as simple as that. Thanks for listening, guys. See ya.